Later, Shirley Bobshaw has everything we need to know about ficus plants.
Welcome back, everybody. Now that everyone's dressed to the nines, Sophie is here with just the recipe for us to start out the new year clean and green and feeling great, right, Soph?
Yeah, look at this.
Bacon.
After that bacon, that's right. This is going to counteract the bacon.
Life is about balance, okay?
Okay, so look, we're looking at a lot of greens here, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? Our grandmothers were right because they said eat more greens.
True.
Yeah.
All right, now, they were absolutely right because in the case of dark leafy greens, it's the healthiest food on the planet. It's the least expensive food on the planet.
Wow.
And you get instant results because it's literally alive with all these vitamins
So
and
wait,
minerals.
the darker the green, the better.
Yes, because it
Really?
has more chlorophyll in it, and that is the compound that we want.
So you have a challenge for us. What is this challenge you propose?
All right, so the challenge for everybody, and this does include you, Kim Douglas.
Oh, no.
Right. So
We're naming it after you. It's called the Kim.
And it's for a lot of elimination.
And this is for you at home as well. So the challenge is to eat 1 pound, that is a pound, of dark leafy greens a day for 5 days.
So this whole thing.
Yes, and here's my challenge, and I'm throwing the gauntlet down. If you don't feel gazillion times better after 5 days, Mark, I will eat anything.
Oh, a Big Mac?
No,
Would you
if he-
eat a Big Mac?
I would. If he wants me to eat fried chitlins. No. Or a pig's trotter,
So
I
you
would
know,
eat it.
even if I do feel, what was it, a zillion times better?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I will lie.
He's an actor. He's a movie star now.
So every day this many greens.
Now look, every day this many greens. Now you might think
That's not easy to do.
Exactly. You might think that's a lot of greens to get inside of you, and it's better to eat them raw. So the
Like this,
easiest
that's
way
hard.
to do this is to make a gigantic, delicious smoothie.
Okay.
As we have there.
So
Debbie,
what
do you
goes
wanna
in
try
here?
that?
You do.
All right, I'm going to show you what we have in this smoothie. Now you can put a lot of different things, but this is the base that really works for me. Are you enjoying that?
It's delicious.
Oh, you're drinking it. Okay.
Done.
All right. So there's a few.
Rachel couldn't wait for it. She's like, oh,
I'm
this
so
is...
excited. I was a green smoothie.
She's like, I love your show. This is amazing.
Okay, so
never gonna
and
do
you feel amazing instantly. Now the thing is, there are certain things that you will trick this into tasting delicious. So I'm using the baby greens here. Now I like the little baby kale, baby spinach. Mix up your greens a little
Okay.
bit because they're sweeter, they're easier to blend. You're going to have an apple. You're going to use the whole apple with the skin because that's where all the
Nice.
nutrients are.
Not the core.
sweet.
Not the core.
And very sweet.
Yes.
Not the
Not
core, but the skin.
Just be clear.
Lemon, that's alkalizing for the body.
One lemon.
1 lemon. Then you've got dates,
Which makes it
provides
sweet.
a lot of fiber, and you've got the dates. Ginger
I
is
can taste that.
anti-inflammatory. This is a
But
very
not that much ginger.
No.
No.
That's
The
way too
amounts
much.
is on the recipe on the website.
Okay, thank you.
Then we have almonds. Now I always put a fat that's a really healthy fat in the smoothie because fats help your body to absorb
Yes.
the nutrients in the greens.
It's
very important.
People need to know that because they think cut it out. It's actually bad if you cut all fats
Yeah,
out.
very bad. Now, here's a little trick. If you like sweet, put in a dropper full of sweet leaf, these sweet drops, stevia drops. They come in different flavors. You can even get an English toffee flavor or something. And immediately, even a child will like the taste of
So
this.
let me ask you though, can you juice these or do you have to blend them? Because a lot of people like juicing rather
Yeah,
than
the
making
juicer.
smoothies.
Yeah,
to blend
and a lot of you have asked me that. I say blend it
Yeah.
because if you blend it, you're going to get a tremendous amount of fiber. Now, the thing with this is that when you drink the amount that I'm challenging you at home to drink,
It's these two for one day?
it's those two in a day.
Wow,
Because of
that
the
is a
amount
lot.
of fiber, you're actually going to end up losing a lot of weight. Because if you drink that, almost all that, for sort of breakfast in the morning, you will not be able to eat breakfast or lunch. So that is a really
And you're still getting all your nutrients, probably more nutrients than you would
Oh,
even get in the day
way
because you're not
more.
going to eat that many greens in one
I'm
day.
telling you, if you drink that around breakfast time, you will have so much energy that you just
But-
feel
okay.
Instead
amazing.
of coffee.
Did you just say coffee?
Yes, actually, that's a really good question, Kim, because we think we need that caffeine to
Yeah,
keep
I
us
need
going.
it.
But I promise you, if you try this, you'll be amazed at the energy you have. Yeah.
There's something else here that's on the tray.
Oh yeah.
What's
Now
this?
well, first off, do we want to look at how I make it at home?
Yeah, let's take a look
Yeah.
how you make
Yes,
it. Let's go.
because I make it ahead of time. So I make it the day before at home in my blender, get everything out on the table. Coconut water is the liquid. You can use water. I like coconut water because of the
Nice.
electrolytes. In everything goes, and I have these 32-ounce mason jar bottles, which are great. They're a good way of storing it. You can take them to work with you as well, really easy, and a little cooler bag. Takes 30 seconds only to blend it all up like that. And you need a high-speed blender because it pulverizes all that fiber. Fill out the bottles and then put it in my refrigerator. Now, you can freeze it if
I
you
was going to
can.
say, this would be great ice cream.
Yeah.
But what if you don't freeze it? How far in advance can you make this without the nutrients losing, or without the grains losing their
Ideally,
nutrients?
I would make it the day before, but interestingly, I made this one 3 days ago, and you can tell by the color that it's still really alive. And
But you know what sometimes happens with me, even when I just get a juice in the morning and I'm sipping on it, it'll separate. What do you do to keep it from separating?
yeah, well, the thing is, you know, juices will separate, and you do need to shake it up before you drink it. But there's a little trick here, and that speaks to some of these things, Mark. So you could add right here, you could add avocado, or you could add a little bit of banana, which emulsifies it.
Okay.
And again, you've got that healthy fat. Also, if you want to boost up the protein, you can add some hemp seeds, because that gives you a huge protein boost. Which I love.
Now, is there anybody out there that should not be juicing or doing this sort of thing? Because this
Well, this isn't juicing. This is.
or that should not be smoothie.
Adding greens, adding greens. You know, almost everybody can, but if at home there's anybody who's on blood thinners, then I would definitely talk to your doctor first, because it does actually help with blood clotting. So it's just something you want to check with your doctor first.
Do I have to drink this like I'm a 2-year-old, or can I get rid of the straw?
Oh, that's a good question. All right. So can I just? This is such a trick for me.
I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm
no,
playing it.
it's a great question, Mark, because it's hard to drink a smoothie, right, out of a glass or a cup. If you use a straw, I like glass straws or these metal straws.
Yeah, it makes me feel fancy with the metal straw.
Yeah, it goes down.
Very fancy.
It goes down like that. You will drink that so easily and quickly.
Especially if you freeze the straw, because it's so cold. Right, it's nice.
Because your lips stick to it.
Because it kind of does.
And you drink one of those every
Okay, well, here's the thing. I was going to say this. I drink one of these juices every morning from one of those fancy juice
both
places.
fancy.
With the
jumpsuit on.
But it also, with my jumpsuit on, I do, listen, I'm a creature of habit. I don't know what to tell you, but I do the same thing probably for the last 20 years of my life. They're not cheap.
No.
That's the one thing, honestly, I was like, I'm going to start cutting out those juices, but they're good for me, so I feel like it counteracts the price. If I did this myself at home, how much money would I save?
Well, you go to a juice bar, it's expensive. All juice bars and smoothie bars are expensive. Yours is about $10.
Yeah.
All right, so if you had this amount a day, that's $40 a day.
Oh, wow. My God.
The cost of mine is $4 a day.
For 2 bottles or 1 bottle?
$4 with those.
So $2.
That's $4, Mark.
Mine is about that size, and it
You know what
Yeah.
You know what that means, Sophie?
What?
More jumpsuits.
Okay,
I take these to work too.
Yeah.
That's what I
exactly.
bring in the
Yeah, take it.
All right, so we're challenging you now. Who here at our counter is up to take Sophie's 5-day challenge? It's just 5 days. We have to drink 2 of these a day. So
we
10
can have
of these
more than that
in
if
1
we're
week.
hungry?
You
or-
won't. Well, no, you can eat as well.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
eat
You're
a
still
normal
gonna eat your
diet,
food, but you
you
just
won't
need to
eat as
drink
much.
these on top of it.
Okay.
Who's going to take the
Can we
challenge?
start
What's-
after the new? Can we start
Has
after
anybody
Yes.
seen Kim? Where did Kim go? Is Kim here?
Okay, wait, raise your hand.
I'm in.
I'm in.
And I just want to say for the
I will.
You'll have lots of energy.
Oh.
you'll have so much energy.
Which is another question. Should we not do this like at dinner? Because I don't want to drink this and be like, okay.
If you want to sit down and eat a full dinner, then I wouldn't have it too close to dinner. So I'll have one in the morning, a huge one.
breakfast, lunch?
Lunchtime, maybe tea, around 4 o'clock instead of a muffin, Kim, or a brownie. Sorry, Kim. And I just want to say, for you at home,
She goes.
That was like boom, boom.
I love you. I'm going to give you a jumpsuit after.
Or a brownie.
But we want to challenge our viewers at
that's
home
right.
that if anyone at home joins us on this challenge, will you please post your pictures of your green smoothie on Facebook, and then we can see how you're doing. And we'll
I'm going to take you up on this. I'll do it after the roast break.
Okay,
'cause
we're
I don't
gonna
want to be up in the booth and all of a sudden have something.
Let's start January 3rd. We're all in for January 3rd?
January 3rd, January 8th, we are on. Join us if you will. We're going to post our pictures.
Yep.
We're going to have a lot of them. It's going to be good. We're going to go through 98 pounds of greenery here. We're going to come right back. Everything's going to be on our website, so you can get the recipe there. We're going to come back and spend time with Paige.
That's right. Join me, and I'm going to show you guys how to turn Christmas lights into New Year's Eve festivities. Look at that. Oh, yes. More, please.